I watched the first film in preparation of this sequel and was debating about creating a separate review for that, but I'm just too fucking lazy.
Are you ready? Yeah.
The Accountant 2. 9 years after the initial release of the first film, which came out in 2016, we finally have ourselves a sequel that apparently a lot of people have been asking for. And strangely enough, after seeing the first film, I could understand why so many people asked for a sequel, because honestly, it wasn't that bad. Sure, the ratings may be a little bit low, but strangely, there was a lot of heart in that movie. In case you don't know why this film was called The Accountant, it's because Ben Affleck's character is literally an accountant for a lot of very dangerous criminals, drug lords, and all sorts of people in power that will probably fuck you up. So he's not exactly a good guy, but he's also not a bad guy. He's what we would call an anti-hero in real life. Christian Wolf is the name of the character that Ben Affleck is portraying in this film, and he has autism. But thanks to his dad, he was able to develop a more stronger mental fortitude. So we have ourselves an autistic character with insane accounting and military skills. The Accountant 2 takes place in real time, 9 years after the events of the first film. Raymond King, portrayed by the one and only J.K. Simmons, has been killed and calls for the assistance of the accountant. Cynthia Robinson returns as Mary Beth Medina to get the help of the accountant to figure out who and why was Ray killed. And of course, the deeper they dig into this rabbit hole left behind by Raymond King, it unveils an underground network of human trafficking. Realizing that they may not be able to handle all of this all on their own, Ben Affleck calls upon his younger brother Braxton, portrayed by Jon Bernthal. And together they work to figure out what the hell is going on. To simply put it, if you liked the first film, you're definitely gonna have a good time with this one because they amp the action up. As a matter of fact, everything about this sequel feels exactly like the first film, from the vibe, from the characters to the writing. Almost nothing is really all that different. And maybe some of y'all out there were expecting something more and something bigger, but honestly, for this kind of movie with its characters, I'm fine with how it is. I think the plot is a lot more interesting compared to the first one, but they still seem to be having the same issues where our character motivations don't really allow us as the audience to understand the drive for them to want to solve this case or whatever they're dealing with. But then again, maybe that's the point, because Ben Affleck's character, who has autism, feels the need to finish what he started. And honestly, Ben Affleck's portrayal of someone who has autism is really fucking awesome. Not that I know anything about autism, but from what I've been seeing online, people seem to really enjoy his depiction of autism. And that's a win in my books if you could shine a positive light on people with certain disorders, such as that one Shia LaBeouf movie.
And this right here, you being a wanted man, this is it. It's just the kind of time we needed. Hell yeah. 2 bandits on the run. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, partner. Come on.
Looking at this film from a production standpoint, like I said before, nothing much has changed, but that doesn't make it bad. This is a solid production. It may not have much style or any shots that will stand out to you, but you'll definitely have a good time. Because what is this film at the end of the day? It's an action thriller starring 2 brothers with a strained relationship. The plot may not be all that interesting and the characters aren't really all that developed, but the relationship between Ben Affleck and Jon Bernthal's characters is the driving force. This storyline of 2 brothers with a very interesting dynamic is really what keeps you invested in this movie. I didn't really care about anything else that was going on. I wanted to see more of Jon Bernthal and Ben Affleck going at each other. And while we may not have gotten much of that, it's the little moments that they share together that stands out. You can see the chemistry straight away between Jon Bernthal and Ben Affleck. They're having a great time working together. Oh, and if you're curious as to who that British lady is that Ben Affleck is constantly talking to on the phone that's giving him missions and stuff, well, you're gonna find out here. That's honestly another thing I like about this movie. It built further upon its world by allowing us to see more into the life of Ben Affleck's character. The messaging about people with autism is still very much present here, but delivered in a different way, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Even if it is potentially ridiculously fake as hell with some of the most Hollywood bullshit ever, I had a good time. This is a simple movie about badass guys doing badass things with a nonchalant message about people with autism. If you can, go and support this movie. It's a total blast from beginning to end with the action and the comedy. I was having a grand old time in this theater amongst everyone else who was also having a good old time. Alright, that's enough of me. I'll catch you guys next time.